Mindset Monday. Hey, I hope you had an amazing week. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever agreed to something that when you agreed to it, that you probably wish that you hadn't done it, but you did it anyhow? And as the deadline for the thing that you agreed to got closer, you started feeling more anxious about the decision that you had made. And it doesn't really matter what that is. Now, if you have, raise your hand and don't leave me hanging. Because I've done this. I'm challenged of doing this. And what it is it's overcommitting, right? That we overcommit. I know I've done it. I still do it to this day. I'm getting better at it, but at the same time, there's still things where I'm just like, yeah, I can do that. It's no big deal. And usually the challenge of it is that when I agree to something, I do it quickly without asking enough questions about it. Someone wants me to do something for them or help them with something. Is that going to turn into what else do I need to know? Right. Because what happens is that we say yes to it and we're like, that's going to be, that'll be next week. I'll deal with it then. And we just kind of kick it down the road. I know I do this. And then you get closer to it, then it's like, oh man, I forgot. I've got to do this thing for this person tomorrow. I've got 10 other things going on. Man, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And we start, I used to say, is that we start spitting in the soup, meaning is that we're wishing that we hadn't done that. So then we beat ourselves up over like, I shouldn't have said this. And now it's put me in a bind with something else. And I want to honor my commitment, all of those things. So that creates a lot of stress. It can. And so what I want to just kind of share with you today on Mindset Monday is having an awareness around that. We all do it. And so instead of, quickly to say yes, here's a couple of things, just tips that I'm going to share with you is one is before I say yes, is this gonna move me closer or farther away from my goals of what I want to do? And I'm all for helping people. Don't get me wrong, but depending on what I've got going on in my time of life, is it something that's simple that I can do just very quickly? It's make a phone call, shoot an email, or whatever. Is it something that's going to be bigger, that's going to take more of my time? And is that something that I'm really prepared that I want to do? And if it's not, it's better just to go ahead and just say, hey, you know what? I just don't have the bandwidth or the time right now to be able to focus to do a great job on whatever that somebody may be asking me to do. Because if we don't, and then we let them down or we forget, and it's like, oh man, I totally forgot, about this thing because I have so many things going on. And we're all busy people, right? Busy. There's a difference between busy and productive, and we'll do another Mindset Monday talking about that. But what I want to just focus just real briefly is on that overcommitting piece of that is sometimes we just have to say no. They say, hey, that just doesn't work for me right now. I'm not able to help, be able to help you to do that. No is a complete sentence. And sometimes we just need to do that more often. Because a lot of times it's easier just to say yes. And then we'll like, all right, we'll figure it out later. And I know I'm guilty of doing this as well, where I'm like, all right, that'll be next week. It's next month. No big deal. That I wake up and go, oh, today's the day, or, it's coming up, in the next couple of days. And so because along the way, we said yes to this one commitment, but guess what? We've also said yes to other things. And so now they just start kind of piling on. And I'm going to encourage you is to slow down. As I say that to myself, is to slow down, ask maybe more clarifying questions about what that commitment looks like, right? Because we may not have everything. It's like, oh, it's just this little thing. Well, the next thing you know, this little thing turns out into you need to be building a PowerPoint presentation around something. You're like, wow, I didn't realize, it was all of that. And the reason I didn't realize it is because I didn't slow down enough and ask enough questions and ask the right questions. So my encouragement for you is that slow down, right? Ask more questions. Say no. If this is like something where it's like you truly know is like, I just don't have it right now. I've got way too much going on. This isn't getting me closer to where I need to be. It's going to be a distraction and it's going to take me away. And that's okay. It's okay. Just be honest and just let that person know, right? I'd rather disappoint them now than let them down later. Okay. When I fail to honor the commitment or whatever that, whatever that may look like, is just being straight up honest with people and just like going, hey, I appreciate you asking right now. It's just not something that I can fit into my schedule. That's it. Right. And let it go and move on. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. It's okay to do that. So I challenge you as I challenge myself. Hey, where can I start decreasing my overcommitting in my life to be able to create the things that I do want, that I am committed to, and that you're committed to, that are going to get you closer to your goals and where you want to be. So that's what I've got for you today here on Mindset Monday. Hey, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of my community. And as always, make it a great week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye now.